Hey everyone, it's Ocean Beast. Today we're going to be learning the basics of Pking. So if you want to learn how to fight other players, this video is for you. The basics we're going to be covering is what is the wilderness, where is it located, how to keep your items, setting up your prayers, combat abilities, and other little tips that most people don't know about. So let's get started. First off, what is the wilderness? The wilderness is an area in northern RuneScape where players can fight each other. See anything in this dark area? That's basically the wilderness right here. So, it starts out once you cross this border right here. It's just for people who have never done it. There's a wilderness wall. You can cross over it. You are now in the wilderness. But these first steps right here are safe. And as soon as you get out, you see this level 1 showing up. Now you're actively in the wilderness. People can attack you. So what the levels mean, see, like right now, let's see here. Go to level 4. Okay, right now I'm in level 4 wilderness. And the way you use that is, it is a plus or minus of your combat level. So, since we're at 4, you can attack or be attacked by anyone that is up to 4 levels higher than you or 4 levels lower. So right now I'm at level 4. The highest that can attack me is a 128. The lowest is a 120. And the deeper you go into the wilderness, the higher that number goes. And it gets dangerous because people who are lower level can be attacked by much higher levels. Like up here where it starts getting into level 50s. Okay. That's where the wilderness is, and if you want to know how to get to it, if you're just coming up, here is Lumbridge, right there. You're teleporting into that little castle right here, you'll come out, all the way up. This way. And there you go, and that's the shortest way to do it. A lot of people use this Edgeville bank because it's so close, and I really suggest that you activate by clicking on this Edgeville lodestone, and without anything on you so that if you're just learning you don't lose anything, go activate the wilderness lodestone. That way you don't have to run to it from Lumbee all the time. You can just teleport like that. Home teleport. I have all of these active. I can select this one and it'll teleport to the Edgeville one. And there we go. Okay, so a very big thing that I teach anyone, and they're usually surprised by this, is when I tell people how to be a really good player killer, my most important rule is learn how to keep your items. Because people think, well, isn't it supposed to be like you kill other players? Well, yeah, that's the whole point, but if you kill other players and you don't know how to protect the stuff that you just got, then PKing is pointless. Because you could have, I mean, one time I PK'd someone's bow that was maybe like 90 million coins, and I ran back and someone managed to kill me and take it because I forgot to protect it. So, you know, it was a really big and down moment for me. Let's see here. So the way that you keep your items is, if you go into the wilderness and you don't attack anyone, you will not have a skull. And you're going to keep your most your 3 most expensive items, which are shown right here. Now, you can keep an extra one. You can keep up to 4 if you use the Protect Item Prayer, which is level 25. But if you skull like this, now you have the skull above you. This essentially means that you've attacked other people, you're aggressive, and if you die, you will lose everything. See? Scold, all of that goes away. But you are guaranteed to keep your most expensive item as long as this is on. And anytime your prayers are on, your prayer is going to be going down. See, let's get some of these on. So as long as this is active, if you die and you're scolded, you will keep your most expensive item. Now, a lot of people don't have time to just, oh, I'm getting attacked, or they're ready to attack someone, and they're like, they're just going through and clicking all of their prayers on, because that's a lot. That's time wasted, and you could probably be losing the battle by then. Seconds count when you're player killing. So, you go to your blue icon, select Quick Prayers, and you're going to select which ones that you want on as soon as you hit that blue button. Me, I usually use the sword, so all of my sword boosting stuff, protect, and mage. So instead of clicking all of those individually, you do this. Boom. And they all come on at once. That's your quick prayer. Okay, let's see here. Turning your priv off. Priv is like, it shows people that you're online and you can chat with other people and stuff, but if you're ever going into the wilderness, make sure that your priv is turned off. Because what people can do, which is essentially what I do, is if you see someone running up, but you can't really find them. Like you're like, oh man, that person was risking like 10 million coins, but you have no idea where he went to. Well, as long as you have the chance to just hover over and get a shot of his name, you could add him as a friend, and if he shows up online in your friends list, you can go to it and you can actually click trail. And a trail will literally show up that leads you to him. It's very helpful when you're trying to stalk or keep up with other players that you're about to go fight. Or if you're waiting for someone in the wilderness, you can set a trail, and as soon as they show up in the wilderness and they start getting closer, you'll see that trail get closer to you. But it's not the best thing when it's happening to you, because it's essentially saying, hey, here I come, and everyone gets ready for you. So make sure you turn priv off. Okay, we're back. I ran out of time on the last one, so let's make this a little bit quicker. The last thing you're going to do is turn your examine off. To turn your examine off, you're going to go to... You're going to go to Worn Equipment, Combat Stats, go to your Summary, click My Examine, and set it to Nobody Can See It. If you don't understand that right now, you'll thank me later, because basically, if someone right-clicks you, like that, and if they examine you, it's going to show all of your stuff, and you don't want people to see that in the wilderness. Alright, I'm going to head over to Clan Wars and show you some combat abilities. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So this is in Falador. Let's see here. Going to go to Clan Wars so I can show you some stuff. There's Falador, make sure you activate your lodestone. And Clan Wars is in this cave, right here. Go down it. And you have Fist of Guthix in there, otherwise known as Fog. Maybe your purple, red port, white port, like portal, you know? Don't go into red portal unless you know what you're doing and someone's just being stupid, risking a lot of stuff. for the most part, you're going to go into White Portal. Go in there, you can fight other people, get experience, and it's safe if you die. You'll come back, have absolutely all of your stuff. You can just run right back in. Okay, so in here, let's see. Let's get this guy. 1 adamant. Alright. Okay, so you know what? I wonder if I can go over some basics here. Let's see. You know what? I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Here's a free shout out to rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off. Suck my dinker. Let's assume that's what it says. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you some different stuff that you can use in the wilderness. I'm going to have this guy attack me and show you how to get out of certain things. Let's try this. Okay, so you see how you used bind and it stopped you? Well, that's gonna really suck if you're trying to escape someone, because it stops you for a moment and they catch up to you to kick your butt. But if you want to get out of that, you're gonna use this defense ability right here, which is called Anticipate. And if you use that before a bind, it won't work. Even for like magic, or if you kick someone, any of those kind of stuns will not work as long as you use Anticipate. There we go. See? Still had Anticipate on. Oh, here's that. You see how there's damage over time? You get rid of that by using Freedom. Freedom also breaks binds, in case you forgot to use Anticipate. So don't try and use these too close to each other. If you're just like Anticipate and then Freedom, well, for the next 30 seconds, you're gonna wait for both of those to recharge and you're probably screwed. But if you Anticipate, wait a little bit, you know, kind of space them out. Yeah, let's see here. Alright, now let's try and one-hit this guy. Let's see here. We're going to... Let's see. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so here's the thing about Legacy. You can hit pretty high, but sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's not. If you're on Legacy and someone else is using the one where they can bind you and do damage over time and stuff, honestly, I think Legacy is a lot simpler, but if you want to deal the most damage, make sure that you're using the Evolution of Combat RuneScape 3 stuff, you know, Revolution. Because I can hit, you know, imagine 800 with a sword. But if it takes you so long to hit that next 800, that the person is already healed up with food, then you haven't knocked them out. What really matters when you're fighting someone is what's called DPS, or damage per second. And you can hit really high damage per second when you're using abilities. So let's try that again. Alright. go. The stuff I'm using is pretty overpowered and free to play. The one thing I do suggest for everyone to get is the Amulet of Zealots. I think it costs about 40,000 Dungeoneering tokens. You get tokens by training Dungeoneering. Imagine if you complete a Dungeoneering floor and you get 10,000 experience. Well, you get 10% of that in tokens. So 10,000 experience gives you 1,000 tokens. You save those up, you can buy some really cool stuff. I have one more thing. Let's see. Oh, let's go take that person. You took out my helper. That's not cool. Adrian. Alright, Adrian. He's gonna die. Let me get my health up really quick. You like turd. Alright, this one right here. Oh, Quake, if you can use it, it lowers people's defense. Alright, I'm gonna go pay this guy. I promised him. Let's go meet him at the bank chest so he can get his payment. Alright, we're back. I'm gonna give this guy 500,000 coins like I promised. Here you go, random stranger. Thank you for your help. And while I was running back to the bank chest, it reminded me of one last thing. See auto retaliate? Make sure that's turned off. Because if you're running away from someone and they hit you, and then you run back to them because you're auto retaliating, well, you just got a lot closer to them. You're trying to get away from them sometimes. Let's see here. I'm going to show you where to get your wilderness helm, and then you can go get started. Here's the absolute last thing you need to do if you're going to go fight anyone. Talk to this guy. Wilderness hat. Make sure you get this hat right here, because it keeps track of how many kills that you have in the wilderness. Let's see here. I'm at almost 12,000 recorded, but actually I'm well over 16,000 because I've reset before. I really hope this video helped. Have an awesome time.